Hey guys, what's up? You probably look at the title right now going, what is he thinking? What is he thinking? I'll tell you. Now, this, as you guys know, this Monday night on Raw, we have a 3-hour special, which it's not even special anymore because it seems like we get at least once a month a 3-hour special of Raw. We had the Slammies, which is, basically, a sign of, WWE. It's like the last, well, not the last show WWE obviously go, but the last, it's basically a closing of the WWE, basically reviewing of all the stuff that happened this year from beginning to end, yada yada yada. So I thought to myself, why not have a WWE 2010 year-end review video? Now, I was gonna do one for TNA, but I was afraid of not getting many views, if getting any views at all whatsoever. But anyway, let's get started. All right, this is just a few things that popped in my mind. First, we had 3 mid-carders become world champ. One of them is currently. The other 2, in my opinion, didn't do so hot. First, we had Sheamus as WWE champion. Now, I know Sheamus became WWE champ late last year or this year, but to me, in some way, this kind of still counts for 2010. It's because he won it so late in TLC. Sheamus did. But, with Sheamus being WWE champion, of course, a lot of people were shocked about that. Yours truly was shocked about it. And overall, in my opinion, I think a lot of people can agree it wasn't so good of a title run. I don't know why. It's just, it's maybe because of the fact that Sheamus couldn't win cleanly, even as a heel. Jack Swagger becoming world champion. Swagger, again, couldn't win cleanly and had pretty bad mic skills. Couldn't take you seriously as world champion. Every time I saw you up there, I swear to God, you were like freaking U.S. champion or Intercontinental champion, some mid-card title, because I could not take you that seriously. And now, of course, we got WWE champion The Miz, cashing in just several weeks ago. A lot of people right now still hate the fact that they think The Miz has done horrible as a WWE champ. Guys, the dude hasn't even had like a match since he became WWE. Well, he's had one, a TLC match with Jerry the King Lawler, which they had freaking Michael Cole and Alex Riley get involved. But other than that, he hasn't had one, guys. So I'm not gonna hate too much on that. But we'll see what happens in 8 days now at TLC tables match between Orton and Miz. Anyway, speaking of Randy Orton, we had Randy Orton turning face. Breaking up Legacy. That was somewhat of a highlight. Which at the time, I think a lot of us agreed when Randy Orton became face that, okay, this is going to be cool. Something awesome. Yeah. Until he didn't really cut promos, and if he cut promos, he was very stale and boring on the mic. Yeah, here's a guy that was just punting the skull out of the frickin' McMahons for, the previous year. And now we're supposed to take him hunky-dandy and, make him nice. Yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I guess Orton's had an okay year. Next, we got the breakup of Legacy, Cryme, Tyme, and the Hart Dynasty, which basically means the end of the tag team division as we know it. Oh, what kind of tag team match is Santino Morella and Vladimir Kozlov versus Drew McIntyre and Chavo Guerrero on SmackDown? Oh my god. But anyway, we saw the breakup of Legacy, Cody Rhodes being dashing right now with Chris Masters. Ted being a pro on NXT and still losing every match and looking at East look freaking bad. Chad Gaspar gets fired. JTG jobbing. Hart Dynasty having a feud as we speak. So yeah. And speaking of the Hart Dynasty, which I was going to lead to Natalya becoming Divas champion, which to me was kind of big. A third generation, diva, or second or third generation. I think it's third generation diva. Winning a title in WWE. Thought that was cool, so I want to add that real quick. But mainly the Divas division this year was dominated by Laycool. As you guys saw, Micheal, Layla, beat up on Mickie James, beat up on Kelly, beat up on Tiffany, beat up on Beth Phoenix, trying to get with Nat and Natalya. Now Beth Phoenix is back. Now they're trying to get both of them. Yeah, pretty much. That was it. But yeah, I mean, for the longest time, how many times did we have to hear freaking Laycool on the mic? Oh my fucking god, that was annoying. Oof, okay. Then we had guess CM Punk on commentary. I don't know if that's a highlight, but you know, CM Punk to me has actually done pretty good on commentary. I find him funny, and I find him actually better than Jared the King Lawler and Michael Cole on commentary. To be honest with you, he's funny. You could tell that, you know, he's kind of like, in some way, he's kind of like a younger, little funnier version, like, in less redneck of JR. You know, he's just there for fun. You know, he makes the matches fun. You know, when you watch a Divas match, we all know a Divas match is boring as hell. He keeps us somewhat awake during the match. And then we got the anonymous general manager laptop, aka I'm reading it from a freaking piece of paper. May I have your attention? And I got an email from the Raw general manager, and I quote, how many times did we have to hear that this year? And I quote. Then hear, ding, ding, ding. Oh, that was annoying. Yeah, so we had that. And then we had Bret Hart returning to WWE for a little while. That was cool at the time. They were challenging Vince at WrestleMania. At the time, that was cool. You know, we all knew Bret Hart was going to beat the living hell out of freaking Vince. We got it, but, you know, we thought it was cool. It's with the whole Montreal screw job. That's how it all started, and basically was all it was about. So, you know, at that point, you know, it was cool. We had Michael Cole's quote-unquote commentary push. Michael Cole everywhere. Michael Cole on SmackDown, Michael Cole on Raw, Michael Cole on NXT. Any program of Raw WWE has to have Michael Cole in it. Good God. Vintage. Oh my. Vintage Michael Cole. The only funny line I think John Cena's ever said in the last 3 years. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, then we had the birth of NXT, which at the time was actually, if you guys can remember, was actually a good idea. And I thought the first season was pretty good. Second season, Third season, holy shit. Fourth one, so far, ugh. You know, but yeah, and then we had the death of WWE's version of ECW, excuse me, which, you know, no big deal, I guess. Then we had Edge returning from the injury, winning the Royal Rumble, sadly losing at WrestleMania to Chris Jericho, but, you know, at the same time, it kind of made sense why he lost to Chris Jericho, you know, give Jericho a little bit more of that one. By the way, Jericho, stop doing your Fozzy tour, come back, man, miss you. Then we had Kane winning the Money in the Bank at the Money in the Bank, and cashing in on the same night, becoming welterweight champion. To me, that was kind of a shocker. You know, didn't see that one coming. And you know, Kane, I think for most part, has been an okay champ. You know, I'm starting to get tired of this whole cat and mouse thing. I mean, Kane was kind of stupid, thinking it's a dummy, pushes the thing, and Paul Bearer falls down like 30 feet. If Paul Bearer is dead, this is what, the second time he's died? First time was The Undertaker burying him in cement, and now this, Kane pushing him. Nice. Then we had the birth of Nexus. We had the birth of Nexus. So, you know, I remember everyone, including yours truly, was marking out like a bitch in the YouTube wrestling community when Nexus came out. Like, oh my god, Wade Barrett, Justin Gabriel, David Otunga, Skip Sheffield, Heath Slater, yada yada yada. You know, that was cool. And, you know, in some way, I guess, you know, I'm still a fan of the Nexus, even though now they have this whole, Wade, you better hire Cena or you're out of Nexus thing, which makes no sense. But yeah, and I love how Cena says, I probably won't attack Nexus, but I'll attack you. Duh. Then we had SmackDown moving to SYFY, thus having the new theme, Enemy by Green Day. Makes me joke even more. Do you know your enemy? Ugh. Then the last two, we had the debut of Alberto Del Rio, which for months, you know, at one point was getting annoying because all we saw was commercials of Alberto Del Rio making his Chihuahua debut on Friday Night SmackDown. That was getting annoying, but, you know, Alberto Del Rio, he's good, you know, he's been doing good, you know. He's getting a push, you guys. He's been getting a push basically since day one, since he's got to WWE, and, you know, he's good and talented, so no complaints. And last but not least, how else could we end this with the career, the end, excuse me, career end, the end of the career of Shawn Michaels, HBK, Heartbreak Kid. You know, of course, this was around after WrestleMania with the Undertaker thing. Real quick, I think we all, you know, felt sad, and I think we all still miss Shawn, even though he still once in a while makes, you know, YouTube videos and stuff. But yeah. So anyway, that's my year review of 2010 WWE review. Peace.